So I just heard on the news today that three cyclists were run over in Henderson. One of them was killed, and the other two were in the hospital. And apparently, someone on Facebook had said that what the news was reporting was wrong. The news was saying that it appears like the driver might have clipped someone or clipped them, and this person on Facebook said that you guys need to get your articles straight because the SUV didn't clip them, it plowed over them, and him and I guess an RN, registered nurse, attempted to do CPR on one of the cyclists who died on the scene. And so that's basically one cyclist killed, two in the hospital. I don't know their names. I don't know if they're part of this new group ride in Henderson that happened yesterday. The CICAD, I don't know how you say it. It's the group ride that is a charity to benefit low-income housing in the Philippines. Anyways, this happened in Henderson. I'm not familiar with Henderson, but apparently this is an area where there's road construction going on. I guess I don't know all the details, but I do know one cyclist is dead, two are in the hospital. I don't know any of their conditions. Another one of them could die. And so apparently what seems to have happened is this SUV kind of wandered off into their lane, or veered into their lane, and just ran them over. So that brings up something that is kind of a constant source of frustration for me is the drivers here in Las Vegas are just absolutely just terrible drivers. Everybody is like in such a great hurry to get to the next red light. It's like if I'm going up Lake Mead, say, and I'm at Rampart, and there's a right turn lane there, and the cycle lane kind of goes through that, and if people, if they have to wait for me 10 or 15 seconds to get over, they're all like freaking out, like, really? Everybody, I don't know why everybody's in such a hurry in Las Vegas, but between people running red lights, speeding, driving arrogantly, and there seems to be this prevalent attitude that bikes aren't supposed to be on the street. Like if you're on a bike, you're supposed to be on a sidewalk. It's and I almost had a lady hit me from behind. I mean, I think she passed me going probably less than 2 feet from me, and it was exactly the same situation as I just said. I was on Lake Mead at Del Webb, which is a block farther than Rampart in Lake Mead, and I was going straight, and this lady, just had to go around me, and she came pretty close, and if it wasn't for the cataract in my eye, I would have been able to see her in my little mirror better. But which, by the way, I'm getting this cataract fixed on November 2nd, so that's this coming Thursday. Anyways, this is now the 8th fatality here in Las Vegas. Cyclist being hit by a car, killed. And I'm literally just almost every day, it seems, pedestrians are getting hit and killed here. And it seems to be half the time it's the motorist's fault, the other half the time it's the pedestrians. So it's really frustrating, just the attitude that drivers here have. If you're a cyclist, it's like, get the hell out of the way. And I swear some people actually seem to intentionally go by you as fast as possible and as close as possible to you just because you're riding on the road. I don't understand that. People just, I don't get it. So, I'm always sad to hear about a cyclist who gets killed. I know personally several that have been hit by cars in just the last not even 3 years. Some of them work at bike shops too, that I see regularly, you know. So this goes back to my philosophy of defensive cycling. You know, it might look nerdy, but this little mirror I got on my helmet, I can see cars, you know. If I see somebody that looks like they're drunk strolling around the road, at least I have a chance to get out of the way, you know. If I'm going down the street, I plan on having to stop at the red light, you know. I'm not gonna try to blow the red light or blow through stop signs. Now, of course, if it's 6 in the morning and I come to a 4-way stop sign and it's obvious there's no cars, I'm not gonna stop at a stop sign, especially if you're going up a hill. It's like 5 or 7%, you know, gradient. You know, there's no point. But so I hear on Facebook, you know, a lot of drivers going, well, cyclists ride side by side and, you know, they act like jerks, and I don't know, I'm sure some of that goes on, but, you know, imagine being a cyclist here in Las Vegas, and every time you go out, either somebody makes a sudden right turn in front of you or a left turn in front of you, or nearly runs you down from behind, or pulls out on a side street real fast, acting like they're not going to stop, and you're going down the hill 30 miles an hour, and boom, there they are. You know, it happens to me like every ride. I have at least 1 or 2 incidents where I'm not paying attention, I'm not being a defensive cyclist, you know, I could be bam into the car, maybe dead. So, you know, for a city that has 400 miles of bike lanes, this sure is an unfriendly to cyclists city.